I'm Haley Sutton.
I'm Haley Sutton.
I'm Haley Sutton.
I'm Haley Sutton for the City of Denton. Thanks for joining us.
So we've been highlighting a lot of the band members this tournament, but you by far are the best dressed that I have. Tell me a little bit about your outfit. Carlos, tell me a little bit about who's on your head. Got it, and how lucky has he been today?
Him specifically, probably not very.
The North Texas football team had an incredible finish to their year last year, finishing 9-5 as the Western Division champs.
Coach, you've been on top for the entire first half. What are your girls doing right today? A really tough game came down to the wire. What does a match like this say about the resiliency of your team?
Looking at this matchup here, it's going to be a very, very tough battle for both teams. Of course, North Texas, the host of the tournament.
So Craig plays football for the New Orleans Saints. You're a linebacker, correct?
Yep.
Graduated from North Texas. What was your favorite moment about being at North Texas? Yeah, guys, talking about this Rice Owls team, just being under the basket, you can hear the vocal leadership they have coming from Agumake. Anytime there's a dead ball or a whistle blown, she's getting the team in the middle and giving them words of encouragement.
This kind of game gives North Texas an opportunity to be able to tune up a little bit of things. They unfortunately dropped a really close game last week to Southern Miss.
Guys, this is not only a rematch between these two teams earlier in conference, but also a rematch for the head coaches, Jaylee Mitchell and Brooke Storr.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fox Sports Live. I'm your host, Haley Sutton. Let's get started. First, with some baseball. Last night, the Rangers defeated the Rays 7-2 at Tropicana Field to split the three-game series. Pitcher and Rangers newcomer Matt Moore got the win, leading the way at the mound, going 7 innings strong while allowing just 1 unearned hit in his first run against his former team. Fellow newcomer Isaiah Kiner-Falefa also had a big impact on the game, going 4 for 5 at bat. And with that, let's get into some highlights. Matt Moore eager to get back in the lineup against his former team. He had it working all night, starting in the second inning, getting Brandon Snyder with the looking fastball, one of his 4 strikeouts on the night. He was getting defensive help all night long later in the second as Alex Smith will get a perfectly positioned Kiner-Falefa for the double play. He'd have 3 before the end of the night. Moore allowed just 1 unearned run over 7 innings, and following his performance, the Rangers absolutely came alive in the 5th inning. Ronald Guzman doubles to the right, scoring in Nomar Mazara and Joey Gallo. That would bring the score to 5-1 in the top of the 5th inning. And the Rangers looking to keep that offense going. They've been lacking that in the past couple of games, but stepping up to the plate, none other than Sin-Shu Chu had an incredible night prior to this, and he decided to take matters into his own hands as he'll wait for the pitch as it comes in and absolutely crushes this ball out into the stands. You'll see there it goes just off of the Dex imaging sign on the right of your screen. That was his 4th home run of the season, and something tells me with the way he's been playing, he might get another one tomorrow. Tampa Bay's lone highlight came in the bottom of the 8th. Ronald Guzman hit a fly ball out to the left, and look at that diving catch made by Johnny Field. A very athletic play by the left outfielder, but nonetheless, Rangers will take this one 7-2. And we talked about the way Sin-Shu Chu played, but let's hear what Jake Bannister had to say about another newcomer, Kiner-Falefa.
He brings a smile to my face just as he shows up with great energy. When I told him earlier today that he was playing short, you could see the wide eyes, and he was energized about it, so he couldn't wait to get out there.
And Cole Hamels will return to pitch against Jacob Faria as they get set for the final game against the Rays tomorrow. Let's switch gears up a little bit into some playoff basketball. Last night, the Pelicans came from behind to defeat the Trailblazers in 2. Drew Holiday went absolutely ballistic, going off for 33 points in the 111-102 comeback win. The Pelicans now lead the series 2-0 and will head back to New Orleans for a pivotal Game 3, where they can potentially put the series out of reach for Portland. Let's check out some of the highlights. Game 2, Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis going through their pregame routine, as you see there, and they were ready to play, but so was Damian Lillard. He tries to get the Blazers on the board, but look at that swat there by Anthony Davis. He'll send that ball down for the quick fast break play as Mirotic puts the layup in for the Pelicans. Later in the second, however, CJ McCollum with the step back 3, pushing the Trailblazers lead up to 9. That would be their biggest lead of the game. Looking into the second half, the Pels go on a 10-0 1 with this Holiday to Davis dunk. That combination would happen a few more times, as you see here, as Holiday again finds Davis for the slam dunk at the rim. And then again, Davis says he can do it all, pulls up for the long-range three-pointer and puts the Pelicans ahead even more. And here he is again with another dunk. 22 and 13 for AD at that point, and a big moment in the fourth play as Moore is at the line. He misses the free throw, but athletically goes after the ball. The hustle play pays off for the Pelicans as they grab that one. They'll have this play set up as Moore dishes out to Rondo, and Rondo nails a three from the corner. And that would do it for the Pelicans, putting the dagger away. They'll be back in New Orleans on Thursday for Game 3. Like I said, that match will be on Thursday at 8 p.m. That's all the time we have for Fox Sports Live. I'm Haley Sutton. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Replays of all City Council meetings are available on demand at cityofdenton.com. Stay informed about what's happening in your community and how it affects you.
The Goldfield Tennis Center offers youth tennis lessons taught by USPTA certified professionals. They're available for a wide range of ages and skill levels. Spring lessons begin in late March, so visit dentonparks.com to learn more and to register.
Welcome to NT Daily Sports. I'm Haley Sutton alongside Dominic Walker. And today we're talking about the UNT men's basketball team who defeated the University of San Francisco 69-55 in the second round of the College Basketball Invitational. Absolutely, and Loyola Chicago, just so everyone knows, is my pick for winning the NCAA this year. I called it, I said it right now, so be on the lookout for them to claim that trophy. But back here in Denton, Friday's game will be at 6 p.m. in the Super Pit. You don't want to miss it. UNT Athletic Director Ren Baker has announced that he's giving away not one, not two, but 3 free parking passes to 3 lucky students. And if you've been a student at North Texas, you know how important parking is at this university. That's all the time we have for today. For Dominic Walker, I'm Haley Sutton. Thanks so much for joining us on NT Daily Sports. We'll see you next time. Relentless. That's how the University of North Texas women's soccer program would describe itself.
They have a winning record on this field, and I think what he had said is in conference they haven't lost a game on this field since like 2008. So, I mean, of course, like this field has a lot of history with it and a lot of tradition that comes with it.
For 23 years, Coach John Hedlund and the Mean Green have dominated the UNT sports scene with their winning soccer legacy.
I believe we've won almost 90% of our games at home. You know, we love the fans being right up to the field. And I think we've won 5 championships on the field.
Established in 1995 by Hedlund himself, he has never had a losing record as head coach. He continued that success this season when the team clinched the 2017 Conference USA tournament title last weekend. And while the success of the program stems from the winning culture that Hedlund has established since the beginning, the team's field, the Mean Green Soccer Complex, holds a special place in everyone's heart.
To have history on this field, and you're able to see the signs every day when you walk out to practice, or you have teams coming in and looking at the signs just sitting around. It's kind of like we did that type thing.
Located just across the street from Apogee Stadium in the Mean Green Village, the Mean Green Soccer Complex was the first facility the team could actually call home. But the stadium wasn't always home for UNT soccer.
We were playing on the turf field at Fouts Field, and then we played some games on the PEB fields right next to the physical education building, and then we played our games my senior year at the Bear Barn field.
Moving to the complex was an opportunity to reward the program for their winning ways, and now Hedlund's able to do that again. The athletic department recently celebrated the groundbreaking for the newest addition to the athletic facilities, a brand new soccer and track stadium. Set to open in the fall of 2018, the new facility is a massive upgrade from the Mean Green Soccer Complex.
Be able to host a conference tournament probably every other year here.
23 seasons, 13 championships, and countless memories later, the players will always remember the Mean Green Soccer Complex.
Being the last senior class, remembering this field as our field, and those before us who have had multiple championships on the field as well, I mean, it's just amazing.
In Denton, Haley Sutton, NT Daily News. Football season is one of the most important parts of Texas high schools. But what most people don't know is that each hit these players are taking, they inch closer to a life-changing disease. It's called chronic traumatic encephalopathy, better known as CTE. Discovered by Dr. Bennett Omalu in 2002, there's still not a lot of information about the head injury. Over the summer, the American Medical Association released a study that found CTE in 110 brains out of a total 111 tested, making it a serious problem for athletes in the future.
I think about it sometimes, especially being a defensive lineman. There's a lot of banging down there in the trenches, so I think about it from time to time. I feel like it could possibly have an impact on my future.
Several NFL players have been hospitalized for head injuries this season, including Packers wide receiver Devontae Adams for this hit from linebacker Danny Trevathan. But it doesn't take just one hit to develop CTE. The degenerative disease actually occurs over time after a player experiences repetitive hits to the head. Although North Texas football players Ladarius Hambone and E.J. Agia have never experienced a concussion, they know the severity of the injury.
My mother, she was mostly worried about my head injury. She didn't want me to get hurt, any concussions and stuff like that as a kid. She felt like that would be pretty bad for me growing up.
There have been some times where I hurt my head pretty bad. Thought I had one, but guess I didn't.
With the disease finally in the spotlight, high schools across the state, including Denton-Guyer, are trying to change the stigmas surrounding head injuries. Head football coach John Walsh says he started the football program in 2005 and says he's always made player safety the #1 priority.
If I have a kid that's not healthy, it makes no sense to practice them, whether it's a muscle strain or a brain injury, because you're just going to make it worse. I want healthy kids on Friday nights.
Walsh works directly with the athletic trainer at Guyer, Jana Roper. She says the concussion rates aren't exactly dropping, but are being handled much better than in the past.
They've come up with different equipment and helmets, different types of helmets, different tackling rules, so they've definitely been changing it up.
Roper says that if a player is suspected of a head injury, they must fill out this paperwork before returning to the field to play. And while there's no doubt that football in North Texas is here to stay, hopefully with these changes, more players are too as they continue their football careers. Haley Sutton, NT Daily News.
It's been a great evening out here at Gilley's, and as we wrap up with Jack Ingram's concert, we'll say so long tonight.